like Turk, Holly, Jenna, George, maybe they've hit it. By the way, big shout out to George. Congratulations to him on hitting his 100 million. Even though he said to my face he would never do this show, he's still my friend. Jim was there for it. So I will never not call him out for that. Thank you very much for the wheel spin. Thank you much for the wheel spin. Yes, congratulations to him. Huge mover and shaker on the app. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen to that all-time leaderboard? There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of talk of what could happen to that all-time leaderboard. So if you're a favorite of any of those people in that top there, you might want to keep a close eye on what's going on. So support your favorites. All right. On that note, everyone, let's talk about our guests that we have tonight. We have two up-and-coming entrepreneurs, actress models, and one secret guest because we had someone change. All right, we had someone change, but I promise you, the person that we have as a surprise guest tonight is someone you do not want to miss. It's not even just a filler person. This is a hard to book person. This is high clientele. All right, high clientele. And I can't even believe, I'll give you, we have three wonderful women tonight, but the third one's a secret, all right? So on that note, please welcome our first guest tonight. If you want to go ahead and request the box, Portabella, a new friend of mine. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I feel like it was a pretty lackluster entrance. Hang on, let's revamp that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your first time here. Welcome to Suited Up. This is something we do every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight, our first guest, the one, the only, Portabella. Okay, that was better. That was better. I feel like that was a lot better. Is that better?
That was a great entrance.
Yeah,
awesome.
I pulled out my wedding DJ skills there. That's like how you get it done, right?
Yeah, that was great.
Maybe.
Hi, guys.
Portabella, it's great to see you. Thanks for jumping on the show tonight.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I've said your name several times here, but for the people who have not met you before, will you please introduce yourself, mention where you're from?
Jessica. Portabella is actually my nickname in real life.
Okay.
Thank you, Jim. So I'm actually from Charlotte, North Carolina, but I live in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay. So Vegas, live in Vegas. And you said your real name is Jessica?
Yeah.
But you're Portabella, and that's a real life nickname you mentioned.
Yes.
How do you possibly, is it have anything to do with a mushroom?
Portabella. My last name is Porta, so it's like I'm Italian, and my last name is Porta, so Bella's Italian, so Portabella, like the mushroom.
I like it. I like it. Put all together. Okay. And you mentioned, where did you live before Vegas?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay. What brought you to Vegas? What took you from North Carolina to there?
Honestly, opportunity.
Really?
Just change, yeah.
What type of change were you moving for? What type of opportunity are you alluding to?
It's a really long story, but pretty much I was in a very long relationship, and I think that sometimes when you're in a relationship, you kind of hold back on your own dreams. So instead of pursuing my own, I kind of helped him pursue his. And then it kind of made me realize, wow, I should probably be pursuing my dreams. So I'm sure you don't know this, but I actually sing and write music. So that's one of the reasons I actually moved out here. I'm trying to pursue it, but of course, when I wanted to actually go in the studio, the coronavirus.
Yeah. Well, hang on, but opportunity is still here because Meet Me is an awesome outlet for that.
Oh, I know. I love Meet Me. I've met so many nice people, and I love it.
Well, before we dive too deep into that, I think it's interesting. You mentioned that you held back on your own dreams for somebody else. So if we can, I'd like to just explore a little bit of that headspace, because I think there's a lot of people who had either been in relationships or maybe are in a relationship now and are looking for that balance of, how you stay fair to your partner, but also invest in yourself and go for your dreams. So what do you feel like was missing, or I guess what had you hoped to pursue during that time?
There's a few different things I wanted to do.
Music related?
I wanted to go back to school. I wanted to pursue music. I just wanted to do a bunch of different things that when you're in a relationship, sometimes I feel like when you get like a really good relationship, you feel like you need to compromise so much. And it shouldn't be like that. When you're in the relationship you're meant to be in, you're both growing together. So no one has to compromise their dreams. It's almost like you're grinding together and
Sure.
reaching together. So I feel like if you're in a relationship and you feel like you're not growing, or you feel like your significant other is not supportive of what you want, you deserve better. And let me tell you, like, I found an all new like appreciation for self-love when I became single.
What gave you that confidence to feel like even though you had postponed it, it wasn't too late to reach out and still try it?
Why not?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm really big into and my best friend is too, you know, A Hint of Hazel.
I do.
But we're both really big into law of attraction, manifesting. I believe in God and the power of prayer, but I also believe that you being in a positive state of mind, thank you for that, Achilles. You being in a positive state of mind brings positive people, opportunities into your life. So I feel like, you know, he was a realist and I was an optimist. So now I'm at my optimist potential, my like highest potential.
Yeah. I mean, you seem very energetic and positive about it, which is, I think, one of the most important things. I mean, if you're not your own biggest fan, how can you have the other fans? So I agree with that. I agree with that. How long have you been a performing artist, or how long have you been interested in performing?
Honestly, I've been closet writing. Thank you, Alyssa. I've been closet writing music since I was 10.
Okay. And
So,
any influences or people who inspired you to start so early?
maybe like Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears. I think they were pretty much everyone's idols.
Sure.
But I actually just started sharing out in the open that I write music and sing a couple years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Uh, why do you feel like you were able to come out of, you said, like, the music closet? Why did you end up revealing this talent, or what was keeping you back for so long?
I don't know, you know. I really just feel like that last relationship was like the nip in the bud, like, okay, we're doing stuff, we're making moves, we're not gonna settle.
Sure.
'Cause
Yeah.
I mean, it takes a lot to move cross country with nothing to
Yeah.
pursue something, especially, I mean, I'm 30 years old, so I got a little later start.
So, everyone has their own pace, right? There's a saying I like: don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. And so whether you're starting at 30, 18, 59, I think it's at your right pace, or at your own pace is the right pace.
Yeah.
And so it's exciting that you started to do it. Let's jump forward and see how this kind of all ties together with Meet Me. So how did you originally find out about this platform?
So my friend Justine actually told me about it.
Hmm.
And she, because I'll do like, right now I do like brand ambassading work and I'll do like promotional stuff. But she told me it's a really good way to, first of all, network. It's a good way to eventually, like, it's almost like a career path in a way too, because it opens so many doors. And I mean, it's just something to fill time. So I started doing it with her.
Mhm.
Once I realized I could act like myself on here and I didn't have to, like, I don't know, like, not be myself, and people were appreciative of that, like, I was addicted.
Yeah.
You can come
Can
on.
you dive, can you dive a little bit more into that? What was that preconception, or why was there a preconception that yourself wouldn't be accepted versus maybe like a character? What does that mean?
Chris, have you seen my stream?
I've seen you stream for sure, but for those who haven't,
Dance
um,
video.
the reason I ask that question is I think a lot of people, they see streamers or they contemplate streaming themselves and they go, well, I don't know if someone would want to watch me, or am I, am I what would
Yeah.
click? So what for you was it that you had that idea that maybe the real you wouldn't hit it off?
I mean, I don't know, just thinking like, I don't want people to think, oh, she's just another pretty girl, like, or that I'm going to be boring or something. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really have any expectations because I've never been on Meet Me until I started streaming.
Sure.
But it's crazy because, I mean, me and my friend, and sometimes I'll do it by myself. Like, I'll draw a beard on my face. I'll do dance battles, which I'm still waiting for you to accept my battle, by the way.
You got into one yesterday, didn't you?
I did, yeah,
With
Brad.
Cody.
Brad in here.
Oh, was it with Brad? I thought it was with Cody. Was there a winner? Was there a winner in that?
I mean, I guess Brad won, I guess.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adam.
Does that fall into your wheelhouse? I know that you mentioned you're a musician. I understand that you also do promo work.
hmm
Okay. How did you fall into that, or how did you get into promo work, and what does it mean to do promotional content?
So I'll cocktail serve at some events. I'll do like spokes modeling at some events. Like I work with Rockstar Energy, so I do stuff with them. It's just random. It's always random. Like I'll work with bikini lines and just like random stuff. So
That's really cool. That's
fun
really
stuff,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like that's led you closer to anything that you wanted to achieve, or has that brought you closer to some of your goals?
No.
No.
Honestly, it's I feel like I'm really good at procrastinating.
Mhm.
So that was my 2020 goal, to kind of get in the studio, get something laid down, because I record at home by myself right now.
Okay.
So that was like my goal for 2020, and then all this stuff happened. So it's
Yeah.
kind of fun again, but we're gonna get there.
Mhm.
I mean, all of the stuff that I do, it's super fun. I used to work at a venue here in Vegas, but I found that it didn't really make me happy. So instead of going back into the industry, I just decided to really try to focus on music. So that's kind of where I'm at with the
Sure.
promotion stuff.
Well, I brought us off topic a little bit because I did bring up Meet Me and the success that you found on here. So you did mention when you first started, you didn't know if the real you would be accepted. Found out that it has been accepted. What has been your experience so far then with the community on here? How have you liked streaming?
Oh, I love it. I just got to the point where I've started going in other streamers' streams to like show them love.
Mhm.
So I'm comfortable doing that now, but I mean, everyone has been super welcoming, super open. Of course, there's always going to be trolls, but those don't really bother me. People talking crap, like, it kind of makes me laugh. And I actually
Mhm.
get asked if I'm a dude a lot. So I'm going to let you guys know I'm a girl.
Really?
Yeah, it's really funny. That's the troll's favorite question. Um,
I don't know. I've got nothing. I don't know why someone would say that.
I don't know. But other than that, like, everyone's super welcoming, super nice,
Hmm.
really accepting.
I like that. I like that. And how long have you been streaming?
So I've had Meet Me for a month. I've been streaming for 3 weeks.
So you've been streaming for the 3 weeks, and you've made quite a dent. I mean, what would you say you're at as far as? I mean, you're currently at let's see, you're currently at almost 5,000 favorites in 3 weeks, and you've accrued quite a few diamonds as well.
Thank you, Kevin.
So the reason I bring that up is, what would you attribute your success to, or what do you feel that you've been doing well that you can give those nuggets or tidbits of information to help some other people who are trying to break into the scene and be successful themselves?
Sure. So I'll definitely tell you, I do not just sit there and expect people to gift me. I never ask for anything. I think that you being genuine and entertaining people, it's almost like that's how I feel. If I'm entertaining you and you want to gift me, great. But it's not like a requirement. I love people that are in there with positive vibes that want to just chill and hang out. Like, that's what I like. And then it comes. When you're
I
genuine,
like,
it just comes.
I like it. Have you incorporated any of your music or any of your performing yet into your
Yeah,
life?
it's actually really funny because sometimes I'll stream. I haven't done it in a while, but sometimes I will stream
Mhm.
and pull up a beat, and I will let whoever is in my stream pick the lyrics, and I'll throw
Okay.
songs together with the lyrics that they jumble together.
I like that. It's almost like ad lib impromptu singing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh, I don't want to put you on the spot, but later down the line tonight, do you feel like you might want to give us a demo of some of what you've been doing or some of your performing? Do you feel like tonight maybe's not quite the night?
I might be down.
She might be down. Okay, we won't. I wanted to plant the seed. You know, just gotta let it marinate. Let it do its thing. Let it do its thing. All right. Okay. So that being said, you've had a lot of success quickly on the app. What are your goals? What would you like to do? I guess, have you had new goals now that you've done well on the app, or do you have goals beyond the app with your own performing? Where are you headed?
So my goal right now is really just to complete a full album and release it. I don't have any goals of like signing with anyone. I just really want to put my music out there. And as far as Meet Me, I don't know. Like, I've met so many cool people, including you. And it's like, it's crazy how talented people are on here. So honestly, like, if I can just stay on here and keep like feeding off of everyone else's energy, like, that's my goal. Like, I just want to keep doing this.
I agree.
Oh, Jim.
I think something like this, especially too. I mean, Meet Me has the contest, you know, together but apart. But I think it really does speak volumes that something like this can exist where people can communicate when they have to be far apart from one another. So yeah. What do you do in your personal life or your real life outside of the app and performing? Do you have any hobbies, any interest or weird things that we wouldn't guess about you?
Weird things. I dance a lot, and I actually cannot dance.
So you like to dance, but you're bad at dancing.
Yeah.
Okay, very much the same.
But I mean, I like to, before quarantine, like, I liked to go to the gym. I feel like I'm talking about like back in the day before the quarantine.
Right.
I like to work out.
It sounds like an apocalyptic movie or something.
No.
Back in the good days. Excellent. Excellent. So before we begin to wrap up here, is there anything that you'd like to talk about specifically? Anything you're passionate about? Anything that you have an interest in? Just while you're up here talking with everyone that you'd like to share or go over?
Just be genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice. Because you don't know what someone is going through. And I think a lot of people don't understand that when people come to your stream, like, they're looking for an escape because they're probably going through something, or like they're having a bad day at work, and you have no idea what your acknowledgement to them could mean.
Yeah.
So just be nice, be authentic. That's pretty much all. Be positive. Be positive. Don't talk about the negative stuff, guys. Don't talk about the stuff going on in the news. Don't worry about it. It'll all work out.
Positivity and human connection. What did you call earlier? You said throwing what in the universe that you like to do?
Manifesting.
Manifesting. What is this philosophy? What does that mean? To manifest your own reality?
It's basically just you visualizing how you want your life to be.
Mm-hmm. Well, excellent. All right. This brings back memories of a certain stream. Daddy J's not here, neither is Catch. Okay, so on that note, no pun intended, are you thinking you might want to do a little music? Do you have anything that you've sung regularly on your stream? Anything that you can think of?
Derek, thank you. So
one more time?
For the love, guys. Sorry, I haven't really been paying attention to that. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're good.
So how about this? I will play you a song that I recorded at home.
That's cool. You've actually recorded music then. You're on your way to finishing that EP.
I record at home through GarageBand, but mine is like a rough draft of what I actually want it to sound like. But
okay.
And then later on, I'll maybe sing live.
Okay, that sounds good. Maybe after we talk to Charisma or our special guest, maybe you can pop back in the box after you have some prep time. Because I did spring this up on her. For those of you who didn't know, this is all done within the past few hours.
Actually, I have a great idea, Chris.
Hmm.
I will sing live after your streams if you dance battle me.
Well, guys, I'm sorry to disappoint you tonight. Looks like Portobello will not be performing.
Guys, you know you see him dance.
Are you talking about a dance battle during the show?
Yes. Maybe towards the end of the show, before you get off, like right before you get off, when no one's really on.
I put pants on, so I guess I can. All right. Well, guys, here's your content. Okay. All right. Let's. No, gosh, no. All right. Hey. What? All right. Thanks. I'm sorry.
They want to see it.
What did you say though?
Well, I said they want to see you dance.
Oh God, this is the worst. Let him do it. Yeah, Jim knows I'm not even in. Jim knows I'm not even in to drink. Yeah. It's so. Oh man, I love and hate that you just did that. For the number of times I've put people on the spot to do something in this box, I feel like I had that. I feel like I had that covered.
You've done it too.
Yeah, right now, so my fun fact, my mom, my aunt, my grandma all watch this show, and I can just see them go, oh no, because it's really just a death sentence socially for me.
Your family can rest assured I do not dance inappropriate in my streams.
Oh no, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about me just looking like a pile of bricks, just, no rhythm. That's fine. That's fine. All right, Portobello. Well, I had a great time talking with you. We will have something to look forward to later, maybe, right?
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Portobello. I had a great time talking with you. All right, bye. Jim! Hey, we hit 21,000, you guys.
Yes!
We hit 21,000.
Congratulations.
All right, Charisma, are you hanging out there? Are you hanging out there, Miss Charisma? Are you there? All right, bye, Portobello. It's good to see you. Thank you. Oh, 21,000. Thank you so much, you guys. We hit 21,000 favorites. Much love, you guys. Much love. All right, on that note, if you did not favorite Miss Portobello there, make sure that you give her a favorite. Make sure that you give her a favorite. Charisma, whenever you're ready, just go ahead and request that box. Just go ahead and request that box, and we'll be good to go. We'll be good to go. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Hey, cheers. Cheers. Much love, you guys. Cheers. Cheers. Mine's not green, though. Mine's orange. Mine is orange. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome our second guest of the night. The one, the only, the charismatic Charisma herself, Charisma. It's the reveal.
I love that. What's good? How are you?
Confetti and everything. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Well, I gotta get the ring light and everything perfect. There you go. There you go.
Guys, I never do this. I never said no. Oh, thank you.
Well, I think when I first met you, you were out on your porch. So that's
I never once thought.
It's different, right? Well, welcome. I have introduced you a couple times. I have a bad habit of doing that and then asking people to reintroduce themselves because I feel like there's a much more streamlined way to do it. If anyone ever has an idea, out of like over 300 guests on this show, I feel like I would have by now figured. I don't think it's 300. That's an exaggeration. Anyway, Charisma, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Thank you so much for having me, Chris. I appreciate it. My name's Charisma. I'm 21. I'm from Florida. I was born and raised here, but I've done a lot of traveling throughout my years. I just recently graduated with a degree in psychology and business, and in the past year, I've opened up my own restaurant in Sarasota, Florida, right off of Siesta Key Beach. I really have a big passion for speaking and coaching, so I coach mindset and success. I inspire people and empower them to overcome their limiting beliefs, and I do a couple other things on the side.
We've got a whole lot to dive into. because I took the time to check out your profile and your Instagram and all that stuff. It's like, wow, we've got a lot of good content to talk about in this conversation.
Thank
So,
you. I appreciate it.
likewise with Portobello and our secret guest. But if my voice doesn't crack, maybe another time, maybe we can have that not be part of the content either. But okay, so Charisma, you mentioned that you recently graduated and you went to school for psychology and business. So what was that about? Why did you pursue that as a double major?
I'm very interested in both subjects, and after a year abroad, I was a business intern for several of the weeks abroad on a world tour with 100 people from 20 different countries. So I was doing a lot of the business PR work there and working with marketing and managing. So I really enjoyed business in that aspect, and I wanted to start my own because I've always been interested in so many different things and I have ideas for them. But I also really enjoy psychology because I think it's really cool to get to know people and their minds and see how we can connect and be aware of what's going on around us.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, I don't know the order, the cadence of how everything happened for you. So you're in school. Now, while you're in school, did you know that you wanted to open a restaurant? Did you know that you wanted to do speaking? How did this all play out in an order of events?
Okay, so it's kind of a lot, but mainly in high school, I finished my associate's degree early before I graduated high school, and then I traveled abroad for a year. And this is what's opened my mind to realize like I wanted to do more with business and psychology. So I went into school there. After traveling abroad, I went to school in Tampa at USF, and I really enjoyed both subjects. And when I was going to Tampa or USF, there was boba tea shops everywhere around me, and I've grown up in Sarasota, Florida, where the average age there is 68 years old. So everyone's much older. The stores, restaurants close earlier. But Siesta Key, which you may be familiar, it's also an MTV show. But anyways, there's nothing to do there growing up. Everything closes early. There's no boba tea. So every time I'd go home to visit my family, I was like, I want boba tea. And so I wanted to create a spot where we could have boba as well as create a spot that we could have karaoke, open mic. We do networking events, birthday parties. So it's a lot about the environment as well as the food. So I wanted to create that spot, and I opened it up June. It's called Tease Days, and it's in Sarasota. Yeah, I kind of learned I wanted to do it through my school and my experience there.
That's super cool. I am very familiar with Siesta Key. I used to visit there almost yearly. That's where my family likes to go. So it's interesting that you say that. I'm sorry?
Where are you from?
I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Yeah. So I'm not anywhere by there, but my family, way before I was born, was interested in that location. But this is not about me. This is not about me. This is you. This is you. Okay. Where were you traveling abroad to one more time? Where were you spending time?
I travel around the U.S., Mexico, and Europe, and I stay with host families. I feel like that was the best part because it opened my mind.
Really? Do you have an interesting experience or something that particularly stands out from one of those host family experiences?
I think it made me super adaptable because I'd go a week. Every single week we would change a new city, and I'd stay in a new house, and I'd have to adapt to that family. So I'd be a week in Utah living with Mormons. Then the next week I was living in a bathtub in Mexico City. The next week I was in a sauna in Finland, and they're cooking reindeer. Like it was crazy what I had to be flexible and learn to live in the situation. So I threw myself out there.
Yeah, I mean that's quite the list. And that means I'm just going to throw out here. You spend a year traveling, so you graduate from college, you do business and psychology, or vice versa. And at that time, do you start your boba restaurant?
So I started it basically when I was done with school. I only had a couple more credits left, and I wanted to exceed a little more in communications. So I took more credits than necessary, but I was basically done. So all my school for the past 6 or 7 months before opening the shop was just online. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to open the shop now. I had everything ready to do it, and it's been open about 8 months before I even graduated.
Okay, wow. So you started in college. How did you go about that? I think a lot of people have dreams to own a restaurant or own a business. How did you go about learning and doing that all while in school? I mean, what did it take?
This is where my biggest passion comes from, is because I think we all have a purpose here, obviously, and we have to find our passion first in order to find our purpose. It's like what gets us going and why we're going to keep going. And so once you know what it is that you want to do, regardless of what it is in life, after you're settled with what it is, if you take action on it and stay persistent, you'll be able to do it. And that's where I began to set goals and always try my best to achieve them.
Excellent. And I mean, how has it been opening a restaurant? It's scary, I imagine. Anyway, how's it gone? How has it been for you?
It's crazy. It's a different experience for sure. Lots of things I would never expect to have happened, and a lot great things as well. It's definitely a learning lesson and a roller coaster.
For sure. Is this something that you plan to continue, or do you have other dreams or aspirations to do besides being an entrepreneur or shop owner?
My biggest dream is to continue coaching and speaking. So I got certified through John Maxwell as a coach and a speaker, and I do a lot of marketing and sales as well. And I love to talk about how you can actually take action in your life and overcome those obstacles and challenges that we're all going through right now, such as the coronavirus. Obviously, we can look at it as like, oh my gosh, my life's over. I have nothing. I'm losing so much money. And it's just a miserable time. Or you can have the mindset that you decide to have each and every day. All of us do, to look at it in a different perspective as, oh, I have so much more opportunity now to get things done at home or spend time with family or play games or read a book or do something you've always wanted to do. It's kind of a mindset decision you make within yourself.
Mm-hmm. So do you just, I shouldn't say the terminology just, do you speak about general terms or the specific things that you target when you speak?
I was actually going to have a speech this Saturday, April 4th, which is crazy because I've had to cancel it because of coronavirus.
Yeah.
But it was called Flourish. It's going to be called Flourish, guys. It is called Flourish. I have to manifest it, sorry. And it was at Tuesdays. Right, it's at my shop, at my boba shop, and selling tickets for the event. And I was speaking on purpose, passion, belief, mindset, visualization, so manifesting, being persistent, and overall that builds confidence. So it's mainly, my mission statement is that I empower people to overcome their limiting beliefs and achieve radiating confidence, because we all have the choice to grow confidence within ourselves. And true confidence is within. It's not like the outside looks, yeah, they feel good to look hot, like, hell yeah, girl, ooh, I see you. But the real thing is, you yourself commit to your goals and achieve them, you will beyond belief, like, surprise yourself. Wow, I can do something I never thought I could do. What do you mean? I can be on that stage, or I can talk to this person or interview with you, when a month ago I didn't even know what this app was, you know?
Sure. Yeah, and then I would like to definitely get to that. But before I do, what is this all leading towards, or what is this all building towards? I mean, you obviously are very goal driven, and you have the mindfulness to execute them. So where is this all going? What do you want it to do?
I plan to continue empowering people all around the world, speaking, letting them know there's so much decision within yourself to take action and change your whole life, rather than wishing for it or wanting for it and complaining about what's going on around you. You have the decision of what you think about, who you spend your time with, what you spend your energy on, your money on. That all shapes your behavior and your beliefs and how your overall life becomes. It's a beautiful thing. I want people to enjoy their life more, and so inspire people in that way.
Definitely. So where does Meet Me come into this? How do you find out about the platform?
I found out about this platform through Playlist Live, and I went to Playlist Live because of my YouTube channel.
Okay.
And so YouTube, I started. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I started my YouTube channel because I think it's a beautiful platform to show all the things I'm doing. Because of course it's like, whoa, how do I like see it? It's a lot, and so I'm like, okay, I need to show some of my modeling, some of my coaching, speaking, my restaurants, my traveling, and I'm a personal trainer as well. I do a lot of fitness. So I'm like, YouTube is wonderful for that. And the crazy thing is, this girl walked up to me and asked if I was with Meet Me. I was like, what is Meet Me? And she told me to download it. And here I am. I downloaded the app.
That's very cool. That's very cool. So being at place now, were you at the Meet Me pool party? Did you see the pool party event or the fireworks, all that stuff?
Did, but I had no idea. Like, I didn't really pay attention. I guess I wasn't in the state of mind. Like, what is Meet Me? I just saw like sponsored Meet Me. I was just like, okay, that's another sponsor. I didn't think it was an app that I should download until this girl told me about it.
That's super cool. That's super cool. And how long after Playlist was it that you joined?
On
Was it like
Sunday,
right away, or was it an after effect because of Corona? You're like, oh well, I guess I'll try this since I don't.
so it's kind of crazy because I was sitting in a valet line at the Marriott World Center Orlando, like the hotel, and valet's crazy. Obviously, there's hundreds of people all in the hotel room because of Playlist, and the car took like, I'm kind of crazy when I'm telling this story, but really,
No,
the car
no,
took
go.
like an hour to come, and I was like, okay, like trying to stay positive, like it's gonna be all right. And my friend and I were just like waiting there, and this girl comes up to me because I was wearing purple. Like, I don't know, it's in my profile pictures if you scroll over, but my whole outfit was purple. Like, I even had like purple in my hair, everything. And I was like, she asked me about Meet Me because purple, and I was like, what are you talking about? She said the pool party last night. So then I downloaded it that night and did it. But if I wasn't waiting in that valet line for that long, the girl would have never walked up to me. Like, if I wasn't wearing purple, it just like all worked out together. So whack.
What is it? The universe manifest? Yeah. I love it. I love it. Well, the conversation does not end there because you don't just download and try it out. You have officially been on the app 1 month, and you have accomplished what many people set out months, if not even years for, which is that top badge.
Yeah.
So here you are, 1 month later, top badged. What did you do in that month? What did you do in that month to bring you from person in a valet line to now you're a top trender and top performer on the platform? How do you bridge that gap?
I just show up. When I say I'm going to show up, I go on my stream and I go and I talk and I'm myself and I have fun. I think that's what's most important.
Okay. Would you say that there's anything specifically that you do in your live, or what can people expect if they come to your live stream? What are they going to get?
I'm myself for sure, and that's itself kind of different, I guess you could say. And I'm always doing something new, so people in one way or another are interested or hating, which is totally fine. And I love people that come on my stream and hate. And I feel like that's kind of helped me because I don't get mad back. I let people roast me. I'm like, oh, you think that? Like, yeah, you're probably right. Wow. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your energy. You'll never get that back. You know, like, I just love on people that hate me. I'm myself and I have fun. I think that's good.
I like it. And what would you say to the people who are trying to do this? So, I mean, even if they don't do it in a month or maybe they do it a month just like you, what tips do you have for them when it comes to trying to take on live streaming or being a streamer themselves?
Well, first is to believe in yourself, because if you don't think you can do it, obviously, why would you even go after that or try? You'll give up before you even get started. And also, obviously, be yourself, be kind to others. Don't expect the world to happen overnight because everything takes time and it's going to happen with time. That's why I go by one day at a time. And also, I love the sounds.
I didn't. I just heard some static. I don't know. Go ahead. No, you're good.
That's funny. Yeah.
You were giving tips, but I think we understand the idea.
Yeah.
I think we understand
basically.
Yeah. Okay. So just to wrap up this portion of the conversation, though, how has Meet Me affected you? I mean, you obviously have taken a liking to it. You've been successful on it in a very short amount of time. So in this short amount of time, how has Meet Me impacted you?
Meet Me is amazing. I can't even imagine my life without it now. Like, I've had it for a month, and I'm like, just 4 weeks ago, I didn't even know what this app was, and now I think about it multiple times throughout my day and spend hours on it. So that itself is crazy.
Itch, a little bit of itch, yeah. To go live, yeah. Well, that's very cool. I mean, I hope that you're able to continue to build your community and relationships and friends, on here. Is there anything else that you're passionate about, something that you haven't had the chance to talk about, or go over before we begin to close this conversation?
Yeah, my main thing is just that I'm so grateful to be able to connect with people all over this whole entire world, especially during this time. It's so difficult, and we're all struggling right now. So I appreciate you guys all coming out here throughout this app. It is so beautiful that we can connect in this time, and all over the world at different times is just so beautiful. And seeing all the support along the way, no matter what's going on in our lives, we can come on and talk to each other and do what we need to do. And I think that's so beyond powerful. I've never heard of a platform.
I dig it. I dig it a lot. Do you have any secret talents or things that you can spring on us before you go? Anything that you're interested in that we would never guess about?
I can talk like Marcel the Shell, but it's like really quiet. So you guys have to follow me on YouTube to find out. Marcel the Shell. Marcel the Shell. It's like the little shell on YouTube. You don't know? Does anyone in the comments know what I'm talking about?
I live under a rock, I guess. I don't know. All my times on Meet Me, I wouldn't know. I guess. Okay. So,
all my friends are on Meet Me too. Can I show the video, or does Meet Me get mad if I show the video?
I mean, I'm sure in your stream or afterwards, we can eat up some time that way too. Yeah, like we can give an incentive for people to come and join your live. Oh. No, it was great talking with you. You too. Hold on. Hello.
Sorry, the whole ring light fell off.
Oh, that's no, it's okay. That's like weird that all happened at the same time. When do you go live? If people would like to catch your live stream or would like to meet you, get to know you more, when can they come and find you live?
I'm the worst at that answer. I need to get a set time, but I'm honestly everywhere all the time, so I kind of just join my stream whenever. I wish I could have a better answer for that. But maybe one day I'll have something like you. Like you're suited up with Chris. Maybe.
It could be restaurants with charisma. Or, I don't know. A much more swift, sly name.
Boba
but
with me? I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
Boba with charisma. I don't know. I love it. Well, everyone, if you've enjoyed this conversation, go ahead and give Miss Charisma here a favorite. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I had a great time talking with you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Have a great night.
Put that wrist up. Yo! All right. Hey, much love, everybody. All right. Why is Wagon Wheel playing? Why is that the song that plays? I don't know. I'm not mad at it. Let's just let it play. I gotta practice my dance, right? I gotta practice. Okay. On that note, we have a third secret guest tonight. Yes, wonderful job, Charisma. Thank you for coming on. We have a third guest tonight. And if she would like to request the box, you guys, stay tuned for our secret guest. You will never expect who it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of Playlist Live, the woman behind making so much of it happen. The only. Hello, Miss Audrey.
It's like a hot mess right now.
Audrey came in clutch, you guys. We had to put out a lot of fires. They actually had to rotate my entire lineup today. We had an entire lineup of 3 people shift day of show. And it's showbiz, but we still make it happen.
We're here. We do what we need to, Just roll with the punches.
We have to. So Audrey, reporting live from the quarantine headquarters. No, it was not.
No, we are not allowed at the office right now, as much as the United States is right now.
Right. Well, that's why this is the quarantine headquarters, your home. Yeah. I like that you got suited up for the occasion. What is this, Dolce Gabbana? What is?
It's, made by the Tiger King himself.
Oh, okay. I love it. Yeah, I feel like that's the popular thing that's happening right now.
Yeah, everyone's like obsessed with Tiger King. I got to grow out my mullet,
Well, it's been a while since most of the community's been able to see you because life's been busy for you. Obviously, you're doing playlists, and so let's just kind of talk about a few surface level things so that the people who haven't had a chance to see you or meet you can get to know you a little bit, and we can wrap things up. And I think you also have a special announcement that we all have to stay tuned for. Okay, well, I'm gonna let you totally pilot that because there's something super secret, I guess, that Audrey has to share with us. I don't know what it is. All right. So Audrey, you work with the Meet Me, is that correct?
The Meet Me, yes, I work with the Meet Me.
Okay, cool. So what can you tell us about that? I'm just gonna be careful about everything I ask so that I don't all of a sudden just disappear, you guys. Well, wrong question. Bye, guys.
Discount's gone. No, so right now I used to work on the talent team, but recently I've kind of transitioned over to the marketing team, so that's why I haven't been around as much. But mainly right now I work on planning events for you guys, trying to get your feedback and see like what you guys want to see for events or in general. Just talk to you guys. And then I run the social media accounts. And then from time to time, jump on and do Suited Up with Chris when needed.
Maybe. When we need to throw Hail Mary, right? I like it. Okay, so you mentioned planning events. So the playlist just happened. Did you have any involvement with that?
I did. I did a big part of it. It is also a very big team effort from everyone at Meet Me. Like we couldn't have had it done unless everyone that was there pitched in and helped, and it all came together. And I think we did fabulous. It was one of the best years that the playlist organizers have ever seen. So I think it was a success.
I'd say so. I was there. I saw the things and the stuff. The booth was super cool. What was your favorite part about playlist this year?
Ooh, I don't know. I guess it was a combination of how big the booth was compared to last year, and that just shows how much growth that we've had within the last year. And the same thing with the pool party. Like you were there both years, you saw how much it's grown.
I like Jim's answer.
Yeah, that too. That was a good moment. That was a good moment.
That was a good. I don't know why that wasn't your favorite part, Audrey. I don't. Why wasn't that your favorite? No, that is super cool. There were a lot of things to pick from, and it is hard to choose. The growth has been
like a household, like not household, but like many people at the convention like knew who we were, and I think that was cool because a lot of, like that wasn't the case last year. We were kind of getting our name out there, and now it's like boom. Hey, playlist live party. Meet me.
I'd even say from a social media standpoint, you guys are doing pretty well. I mean, you guys are killing it with those follows. If you guys have not, what should they follow? If they want to help Meet Me get to 100,000 follows.
Yes, that would be amazing. Go on Instagram and go to Meet Me app and follow us because we are growing very rapidly.
What kind of information or announcements can they see on Instagram that they might not initially get from being on live?
We announce contests. If you miss them, so you don't look at the banners, we announce contests on there. We promote the shows. If you ever see me pop into your stream and start gifting you a bunch, that's more than likely me screen recording you to put you on the Instagram. So give me a good reaction.
It's a secret. It's a secret. You can catch Streamer of the Week, which is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Streamer of the Week, and other things like that. So those are some things to keep note of. Yeah, very cool. All right, well, Miss Audrey, I know that you're tan, but you also look red. So what else is there that you were looking to talk about tonight?
We have a special guest here who wanted to come say hi. Just make his quick debut. He's holding my light right now.
Hello. How's it going, guys?
Hello, good sir. It's nice to meet you.
How are you?
It's nice to meet you. Do we have an alias name or a name to say hello to?
So my name is Alfredo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alfredo.
So you can call me Alfredo.
All right. Nice to meet you. Well, nice to meet you, Alfredo.
I'm liking the shirt there.
Okay, I appreciate that. This is completely unscripted, and so well, in case you didn't know, I mean we work with no scripts, but yeah, no, I appreciate you coming on the show today. Thank you.
Yeah, Sure thing, man. I appreciate the invite.
This is his big debut on
Big debut.
Meet Me. First time ever being on live.
Oh, the roses.
Oh, you got
Liking the
roses.
I love it. Well, thank
My
you very
first
much.
virtual gift, by the way. So this is very, very fantastic.
Okay. Well, it's a dual guest appearance then. How exciting.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Audrey. Is there anything that we should talk about or that you would like to know about, go over before we start to wrap up the show today?
Not really. You kind of covered it all in the beginning. There's a contest this weekend for Together Apart.
Yeah.
You know, you're
That's pretty
quarantined. You really don't have that much to do. You can't go outside, so might as well participate in the contest.
Yeah, I like it. Earlier in the conversation, too, when I mentioned your thing, I thought you were wearing a onesie.
Oh, no.
And
Buddy.
it's a hoodie. Now I just feel like a jerk where I was like, oh, you're not wearing designer. But I meant to be like, you're wearing a onesie. Okay, but that's not.
With leggings, you know, quarantine apparel.
Right. I have jeans on, but this is probably the first time I've had jeans on in 2 weeks. So,
Yeah, sometimes you just need to switch it up, you know.
yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for hopping on, Audrey. It was great to see you. Thanks for making it 3 for tonight.
Oh, yeah, of course. Anytime. Bye,
Yeah.
everybody.
All right. Bye. All right. Well, yeah, we still got Wagon Wheel playing. All right, guys, it was a shorter show today. There's nothing else that we have scheduled or planned or discussed doing. There's nothing at all that we planned or discussed to do. Short but packed. That's right. Short but packed. We got in 3 guests. Thank you, Laurie, for the monkey. I appreciate it.